What's up, fam? So today we are eating Jet Pizza. You guys, if you've never heard of Jet Pizza, we haven't either until we moved to Vegas. But it's really good pizza. They're deep crust. And we'll talk about a little bit more what's on the crust. But today, Chris and I were talking a little bit, you guys, and we wanted to get your opinion on something.
Yes.
We wanted to ask you about essentially dating, right? As you guys know, Chris and I have been together for 21 years. We're out of the dating scene, but we were wondering a little bit about, because we have some friends that are talking about dating and how crazy it is. We're wondering, is dating easier for people now, younger kids now with social media and all that type of stuff, the internet, or was it easier for our generation and maybe a little bit older generation? We're just kind of curious, you know?
Yeah, we want to see, like, is the struggle real now, or was the struggle real before?
Exactly.
Or was there always a struggle?
Exactly.
Because we have, things we want to talk about, like observations we've made.
Yeah.
We want to get your input, because a lot of you guys are single.
Yeah.
You're in the dating scene.
Exactly.
So it's just something Jamil and I were talking about recently.
Exactly. And then we have something that we want to do, because I have this little survey that I wanted to take about, like, love and stuff like that. But we'll talk about that.
No, you should say what the survey is.
No, we'll talk about it in a bit.
Okay, but we're going to do a quiz.
We'll do a quiz.
Yeah.
But first, let's eat.
Okay.
You guys, we are hungry.
We're really excited. It smells so good.
It does.
So I haven't had pineapple on pizza forever. Okay, so tonight's my night. Really excited. So it's pineapple on this, yes. Yep. Bacon.
Chicken as well.
And chicken.
Yep. Barbecue sauce. And I don't even know if there's pizza sauce on here. I don't even think there is.
And there's a garlic crust.
It's a garlic crust.
And the aroma is so good.
Yes.
If you guys have not had pineapple on pizza, you really can't say anything about it. So don't give an opinion, because you can't knock it till you try it. And it's really good, the savory sweet situation.
Ooh. So yeah, this barbecue sauce is very sweet.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So that's what it looks like up close.
You got a big boy piece.
Well, I had to flip it a little bit. Okay, let's try this. See how it is. This is the best. This has to be one of the best pizza places out here. You guys, we have tried this place 3 times, I believe. This is our 3rd time.
It is, or even 4th, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't gotten this pizza. We got pepperoni a couple times, and their wings are really good. They were so good. Oh, this is good.
This is my favorite. This is it's way better than the pepperoni one. Guys, if you haven't had a barbecue chicken pizza, you're missing out.
Well, sometimes. It depends on the place, right?
True.
I think we've gotten a barbecue pizza from, like, Domino's or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or somewhere. And it's not that it's bad. It was good. But something like this is like next level.
This is incredible.
It really is. It really is. Wow, I can't believe how good this place is.
Wow.
You know, I'm going to say this might be the best pizza in Vegas.
One of them.
I don't think there's one of them. I think this might be the. I just don't think they're big enough in comparison to, like, Pizza Rock, Evil Pie, which we have had before. This is so good.
It is. This tastes amazing. And I think it's that garlic crust situation we have going on tonight, which I'm really happy we did. It just adds way more flavor. And the bacon's really good. Oh, yeah. You guys, I wish you guys were here to have some bites with us and enjoy this food.
Yeah.
I know you guys would love it.
Exactly. You know, we actually had, shout out to Zaddy Chunk Chunk, Dalvin, we had him over here. He tried this pizza too, and he really liked it also. So I know for sure that it's good pizza. I know it's good pizza, because it's not just us. Oh, by the way, speaking of that, I actually have his mom's hot sauce right here. This is danger. This is the hottest one, you guys. I didn't want to have to resort to this one, but all the other ones are gone. So I got to do this one. I know this one's going to burn my mouth so bad.
Wow. I'm shocked you're doing it.
I love the flavor of it, though, you know?
Wow. That Tabasco on the pizza is so good. You guys.
This is really good.
I know a lot of you are watching this in the morning before you've even had breakfast, or maybe you just had breakfast.
Yeah.
Get you some pizza for dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Try it out. But the thing is, you got to go to the right place, though.
Yeah.
You can't just go anywhere.
That's
it's
true.
not always going to be good. Like, this place is another level. before this place, we would get it. We got this exact pizza from Mountain Mike's, which is a pizza place, at least in California. I don't know if they're located anywhere else, but in California, they made this type of pizza. It was bacon, pineapple, chicken, barbecue, and we loved it.
Loved it.
This is like 5 times better.
I think it is better.
No, not. It's 100% better.
I'm so happy you like it.
Oh
I
my
love it
goodness,
too.
it's so good.
This is great. It really just like changed our. It's great. It changed our mood. Like we were super excited to this topic, but when you have great food in front of you, it's even better.
I'm rating this. This is a 10.
It is a 10. I agree.
It's a 10.
I give this a 10 too.
Wow. So, anyways, you guys, I was watching this video online, and it was, I mean, there's a few people, but one guy in particular, he was just talking about how the younger generation now, because of social media in particular, and the internet, he's like, it's way harder to like get in a long-term relationship or even date. It's just much harder now, right? Because, you know, the internet kind of makes things a little bit trickier, right? And for other reasons, for so many reasons, but that's kind of like what he was saying. And I don't know, we were talking about it and stuff like that.
I have things to say too.
And yeah, what do you want to say?
No. But if you have a point.
Well, my point that I'm trying to make is that's why we wanted to make this topic, because I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe it. Yeah. I know that the internet makes meeting people easier, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not that. It wouldn't be that much harder.
Yeah.
But I've been out of the game for a long time though. So I don't know.
21 years. I feel old.
I know, it's crazy.
So what I do have to say about it is 100% pros and cons. And we spoke to people who are out there in the streets trying to get it, trying to get the relationships going, you know. But I think pros are that you have so many more people at your fingertips, you know, in terms of possibilities. Other singles, like you know now who's single just by looking on the internet, on a profile, reading about them. So the pros are that you have access to way more people than you did before. But I also think that's a con, that you have access to way more people than you did before. Because I think that can cause so many more complications with the whole process for many reasons, right? Because it's kind of like you have your pick of the litter in terms of like if you're on a dating website, for example, right? There's hundreds and hundreds of singles on there. Yeah. And you have to sift through all of them. That's a lot, as opposed to like, I don't know, if you go to a bar or a club, maybe you interact with a couple of people of your preferred, you know, gender, sexuality that you're attracted to, right? You know, you probably talk to a couple people or whatever if you're out there mingling, maybe a few. For sure. You know, you don't have that many choices, so maybe you make your choice depending on like the fewer, you know, the fewer that you have. Does that make sense? And in a way that is a good thing. And in a way it's not, right? So I see the struggle of it. And can we also talk about, we know a lot of people on the dating apps. Yeah. Girls, guys, all the things, right? We know a lot of people that are out there doing the dating apps. And I have to say, there is a huge spectrum of what people are wanting from the dating apps. And I also think that's an issue. I really would like the dating apps to get sorted by intention of the person. Because there's a lot of people that are out there just to have fun, mingle, maybe not ready for like a super serious relationship. Yeah. There's some that are ready to settle down tomorrow. Exactly. If they find the person.
That's very true.
And then everyone in between. Yeah. It would be nice to categorize intentions of people.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, obviously that's the difficult part, right? Because not everyone's going to say their intentions. You know, I even think like, I don't even know if 100 people 100% even know their intentions. I think some people are they're just reacting. They kind of want a relationship, but they kind of just want to mess around. They're not 100% sure themselves, right?
Thank you, baby.
Yep, no problem. There you go.
Thank you. But, some people don't know.
Yeah, but I do want to say this, because this is another thing that they were saying too in this video, is that like in the past, right, for women, or just in general, just dating in general, you were kind of limited like to your area, right? Like when you and I started dating, talking, stuff like that, you kind of had to settle for me. No, just joking. But you didn't have access to like people all across the country. You only had access to just your surrounding, your environment and stuff like that.
Right, in our town.
Exactly, in your town and stuff, you know?
Which is most people's experience prior to a certain year. That's true.
So because of that, it made it, in a way, kind of easier to decide because you only have so many options, right? Another thing is, you know, when you're on, no, but here's the thing, like if you're on like a dating app or something like that, right? For women, look, you know, you're looking at guys, right? You're looking at, so if a guy's not attractive looking right then and there, he could have the best bio, personality in the bio and everything. You might swipe still because you're like, well, I don't know about that guy, you know, because he doesn't look right.
And that's in person too, though, right?
Well, but that's a good point. But imagine going to a bar, seeing the same exact guy. He doesn't look great, right? He looks all kind of messed up, but he comes up to you and he says the right things.
And he's like super confident.
Super suave, confident, says the right things, very polite, you know, good energy and all that type of stuff.
Right.
That's going to make you reconsider.
That's true.
Right? I think for a lot of women, they can reconsider, but you don't get that in the dating apps. You just see a picture, and if somebody doesn't want to take pictures, you're like, well, this person isn't good. You know, yeah. You're not even going to think twice about it. You're going to swipe, you know?
So it's like you kind of are probably passing up on a lot of people that you would have an emotional connection with on the dating apps. So I think, you know, now that... Oh, do you need a napkin? Here, I have some. I have one.
Oh, thank you.
I was hoarding them like you normally do.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Now we both hoard them.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Here.
Okay, go ahead. So yeah, I just think it's a little bit challenging in that way, right? Were you gonna say something though?
Yeah, but I forgot what it was. It was
I
forgot what it was.
Well,
oh yeah, just passing up on like potential people.
Yes.
You know, and you know, so I'm curious, like, was it harder back in the day with a more of a limited selection, but you got to meet people in person, or is it harder now with a huge variety, but you're not meeting them in person until you like have the date? You know.
I mean, think about it. Let's go back to high school days. Although in high school you're not old enough, but let's say you're old enough to be on a dating apps, right? I don't know what the age is. What, 18, 19? Okay, let's say you're 18. You don't know me. You never met me, but you're swiping through, and you just see a picture of me, smiling. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm smiling. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm a little thinner because, you know, younger, of course, and more muscles and all that stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
But you're seeing a picture of me.
And you're like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would you swipe and to talk to me, or are you going to be like, nope?
Right.
There's a good chance you'd be like, nah.
Depending on what your picture was, it's possible I could have swiped the other way. Very possible. If you had bad pictures, lighting sucked, maybe you made a comment, you know, because it says like, what are you interested in? You know, who knows? It's very possible we could have swiped on each other.
Exactly.
In the wrong direction.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of the interest, what are you interested in? I'd be like, mukbangs. You'd be like, swipe, get out of here. So, you know, I do understand where it is a little challenging there, but I do also think there's something else going on here. I feel like a lot of people aren't willing to give relationships the proper chance, right? Here's what I mean by that. Like, if you guys type in, like, online, like, there's, like, girls that get, like, the ick. Have you heard of the ick? Okay, so I came across it. It's you know, mainly women talking about it. Things that make that make them get the ick to a guy, right?
Like ill?
Yeah, like ill.
Towards a guy.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, you would think like, oh, okay, yeah, of course, like a guy who yells at you. That's an ick. That ain't it. It's stuff like this, like a guy flagging down a taxi gives a girl an ick. Yeah.
A guy flagging down a taxi?
Yes. Or a guy sleeping on his back rather than his side. People say this stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, come on, they're kind of exaggerating, but they're kind of not. I think some of the people saying this stuff are kind of serious about it.
Like, these are aspects that they know about this person before they go on a date kind of thing?
No, okay, so...
Or is it once they start dating, they see these things?
Well, kind of. What I'm saying is, people don't give dating a fair chance or a relationship a fair chance because they have these things in their mind that are telling them, if the person does that,
I'm out.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So that's going to make me not want to be around them. I think one person, I think it was a guy, was like, I think this one was a girl, saying like, if a guy wears like Crocs, right, for example, and I get it. I got Crocs recently. Kristen doesn't like them. It gave her the ick. So I understand. However, I do think it's important to recognize that that has nothing to do with a relationship and how, you know what I mean, how long term it's going to be.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
At all.
So I do think there is a little bit of problems like that.
Yeah, it's like people are focusing on things that has nothing to do with they're going to be happy in the relationship, is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
If your boyfriend or girlfriend sleeps on their back and you prefer somebody to sleep on their side or their stomach, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why does that matter?
But to be icked out and not want to date that person as a result, people are focusing on the wrong things.
They really, really
I
are.
agree. I agree. Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. Some of the stuff I was seeing, like, if a guy laughs at a joke, laughs at a joke too long, like 20 seconds too long, or something like that. Like, it was all these crazy things. So
yeah, there's a lot of sure. There's a lot of things that are like maybe you can deem annoying or not as like whatever turn on, I guess, or turn off or whatever. But it's small, right? I actually agree with that. I have to say that I think with the modern dating now, because it is so not in person until you actually go on the date, and it takes a lot to even get to the date, right? I think we really are focused so much on the physical and the material.
Yeah.
What's he wearing?
Yes.
How does his hair cut?
Exactly.
Oh, I really like that jacket he has on. Oh, I like those shoes. Now, you do that in person too.
Yeah.
However, when you're in person, you're having a conversation.
Yes.
So the looks, great, but it's coupled with a personality. And now we don't have the coupling of the personality, I think. And now, again, we're not on the dating apps. Like, sure, can a personality come through with, like, what's your favorite color? You know, you answer certain questions. Sure, maybe. But it's a lot harder.
Exactly.
And so I really think we're focused so much on more material, physical stuff.
Yeah, I really think that.
You know, and I do think that, if people can give people a chance, you know, even if they're not like physically, I'm not saying you shouldn't be physically attracted to somebody, because you should.
Yeah.
But I think there's also levels of physical attraction.
100%.
You know,
100%.
You don't have to be like, oh, that person's so hot, I want to just jump in bed with them right now. But you could be like, okay, like, I like that person's like smile, right? Maybe they don't have whatever, but I like the person's smile.
Exactly.
And what they wrote is nice. I'm going to give them a chance. I bet you people give people more chances.
Yeah.
There might be, a chance for an actual relationship if that's what people want. But I do think there's a huge miscommunication.
Yeah.
Now is like some people really just don't want the relationship, and some people do.
Yeah, that's true.
Or some people say they really do, but
they really don't.
But they don't.
And I think that's more common than not. I really do. I really think that people also, a lot of kids also, they don't really understand like it takes work. You know what I mean? Like, to be in a relationship.
Yes,
like,
a lot.
It takes a lot of work. Like, there's plenty of times where I'm sure you and I in our relationship, we easily could have went our own ways. So many times. But we stuck through. I'm not saying that everyone has to, right? Because obviously there's certain situations in a relationship where it's like you got to end it. But we had a lot of problems, over the years and stuff like that. We fought through it and stuff like that. And, I feel like here we are today where we're like, wow, were those issues really that big where we needed to break up?
Right.
No.
No.
So I definitely would say that a lot of people don't have that experience, So for a lot of kids, they think that, oh, well, this person, they text me one too many times. That's another one.
Yeah, they text
one
too
many times, so I got to just cut that person off.
Too much. Yeah, they said good morning.
Exactly.
I can't be with somebody who says good morning.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, can't be with someone that says good morning. That was one of the things that I saw. One of the icks.
Yeah. Good night. It's like, man, like you can't do anything. You can't move.
Yep.
You can't move. You can't say anything.
Yeah.
There's just so much judgment.
Yeah. So
I do think people have an open mind. Like, I was thinking about if I were on the dating apps, which
no,
we're not going to be. But like, if I was on the dating apps, gosh, I mean, yes, I want to pick somebody I'm attracted to, but I'm not picking the most. I don't want to pick the most attractive person for a lot of reasons, actually, you know, but I don't know if I want to go into that now, but I just think like sometimes if you are like a 10 out of 10, sometimes that person does know that and it can get to their head. There's a big ego thing, you know what I mean? But if you're like a solid, certain number that I think is passable, for me, I would think, anybody from, average up, right? And average is, that's like a 5 to a 10, you know what I mean? I would be for sure picking that, people who I can find some attractiveness in.
What about a 3?
If there is something that makes them attractive, I could. It depends. Again, I don't know what a 1 looks like. I don't know. Honestly, for me, confidence is important. And I do think it actually doesn't 100% matter what you look like as long as you have confidence. I'm going to give an example. You guys might not agree. But the guy from Shameless, Lip, his name was Lip in the show Shameless. Some of you might think he's like totally hot and like I'm tripping. But I'm going to tell you right now, when I first saw him, I was like, ew. I said, this guy's ill. I was like, I'm not really attracted to him. He's just not my type. You know what I mean? For many, many reasons. But I'm telling you, his confidence in that show, his swag, his, his, just the way he spoke to women like so confidently in the show, I was like, Lip. I was like, okay, like I would have gone for it, 100%. And now I think he's really cute. So there are things, if you can actually just talk to somebody and engage with them, and they might not be the cutest thing ever, but if there is this way that they talk to you, make you feel special,
yes,
100%, I would go for it.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do the same? Probably the same for you, right?
It'd be the same for me. I would never like, I just know that like, if you're looking for like a 10 or something on these apps and stuff, there's so many guys that are going to be approaching that woman and stuff like that. She has so many options. And not saying that she's going to not be a good person, because she could be, but I wouldn't even take that chance. I would for sure be like, I'm looking for like 5, 6, 7.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Yes,
because
I do think if you are a 10, people usually know it.
Yeah.
Not saying 10s can't be nice, because they definitely can, but I do know that there are a lot of 10s that are not cool people, at all, for whatever reason, and so I do think, maybe like there's something about being humble, but then for me, just like confident. But some people don't go for confidence. Some people really want smarts, like intellectual stimulation. Like some people love a sciencey person, or somebody who can just like hold deep conversations.
Exactly.
I love that too, by the way. If I was with a guy who couldn't have a deep conversation.
Yes, yeah.
It's not like I need to talk every day about something deep, but I can't be surface. I'm a therapist. I like to talk about emotions and what ifs, and get into that. Like that's hot.
And I think that's a reasonable expectation, right? Because it's not that you don't, you hate somebody that can't have a conversation.
No.
It's just have something that you would need, right? So if it's bad date number 1, then you can expect 10 years down the road, probably going to be just as bad. So that's a reasonable expectation. I think people are looking at the smaller things. They're looking at the wrong things. They're looking at like shoe size. Oh, this guy wears a size 9.
Yeah.
So who cares? Are you kidding me?
Well, okay.
And I guess I set myself up for that, right?
I said this actually in with a video with Nicole, of course, on her channel, the drinker. What was it?
Yeah.
Truth or Drink.
Truth or Drink.
I said this. I do think, in my opinion, for me, there's a minimum size requirement.
Sure.
Not for shoes, but and anything up is kind of just extra. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And that minimum isn't even that crazy, big. That's okay.
Gotcha.
We digress. But I'm just saying. So would I date somebody who's a size 9? Absolutely. I'd have to see what's going on. Well, shoes.
Yes.
And other. I would. But no. I would just have to see whether, what's the person working with. And not even just that, like, yes, sexually.
Yes.
Are they generous? That's important too.
Exactly. So I do want to ask you a question, because I know we're getting kind of 24 minutes in. So I wanted to ask kind of about love at first sight.
Yeah.
Now, before I ask you the question, I think one of the big problems too for a lot of people. Now, I feel like this is probably all generations have always done this.
Yeah.
People believe that there's like love at first sight. Like you should have a spark right away.
Yep.
You should be in love with that person, and then things are gonna last forever. You know. I want to take our relationship right when we first met. We definitely hit it off pretty well, and things have been going on ever since. So in a way, we could say like, oh, of course, love at first sight is a real thing, right? But I have some questions I want to ask you.
Okay. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We hit it off.
Exactly. Well, don't say anything yet.
Oh, okay.
I have some questions I want to ask you. It is a quiz.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, this is
Hopefully they're going to ask that question.
Do you believe in love at first sight quiz?
Let's ask the question.
So what we're trying to figure out is at the end of the day, I want to know what your what type of person you are based off of love at first sight. Are you a realistic person? Are you? Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic.
Just
exactly.
Fantasy oriented versus legit. Yeah, logical maybe.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. That's
okay. So let's start with the first question. There's only 10 questions, and we'll kind of go through kind of quickly.
Okay.
How do you view the concept of love at first sight?
Okay.
A, I completely believe in it. B, I'm open to it, but I'm skeptical. Or C, I don't believe in it at all.
I don't believe in it at all.
You don't believe in it at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it actually would make sense if I started the quiz. Okay.
Well, I kind of want to change it to B.
Okay.
Because I've never experienced it, and I do have to say never say never.
Okay.
I'm going to go with B instead.
Okay, so B is I'm open to it, but I'm also skeptical.
I'm open to it, but very skeptical.
Okay.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah, I'll do B.
Can't change your answer anymore.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's all good. You can. Have you ever experienced love at first sight?
No.
What are you talking about? No, just okay, no, okay. Okay, question number 3. Do you believe it's possible to love someone without knowing them well? A, yes. Well, sorry, I'll just say what it is. Yes, love does need a reason. Possibly, what? Possibly, but getting to know them deepens the love. Oh my goodness, I can't read. Let me start that over again. Sorry guys.
Okay.
Do you believe it's possible to love someone without knowing them well?
Okay.
I'll just say A. Yes, love doesn't need a reason.
Okay.
B. Possibly, but getting to know them deepens the love. Or C. No, understanding someone deeply is crucial for love.
C.
See?
1000%. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to
you guys can play along too.
The next question. Yeah, actually, feel free.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think love at first sight is merely physical attraction?
Yes.
You do.
I do.
So the answer would be yes. Real love requires more than initial attraction. That's the C answer.
Okay. What's the
So A is no. It's a deeper connection. B, it could be, but it also might include a deeper pull. Or C, yes. Real love requires more than initial attraction.
What was the question again? I'm sorry, I should have answered ahead of time.
Do you think love at first sight is merely physical attraction? A, no, it's a deeper connection. B, it could be, but also might include a deeper pull. Or C, yes, real love requires more than just initial attraction. This is I don't know why they ask the answers like that.
Yeah.
The answers are like
C.
that. C. Okay.
It 100% is C.
So the question once again is, do you think real love at first sight is merely physical? And then the answer you said is yes, real love requires more than just initial attraction.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Next one. Sorry guys.
I'll let you answer so I don't answer
on.
ahead of time.
No, okay, yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
What do you think of couples who claim they fell in love at first sight? A, I believe them and find their stories fascinating. B, I'm intrigued but also skeptical. Or C, I think they may be confused love with attraction or infatuation.
C.
C?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, few more. All right, number 6. If a friend told you they experienced love at first sight, how would you react? A, would you be excited and supportive? B, I would be interested, but would also advise them to take time to know the person. Or C, I would be doubtful and encourage them to think through.
I've been in this situation, yes. And I was B.
B. So you would be interested, but also advise them to take time to know the person.
Yes, I was also excited for them.
Okay.
But I definitely advise them to take time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, 7. Can a glance be enough to fall in love with somebody? A, yes, love needs no explanation. B, possibly, but it's important to explore that connection further. Or C, no, love requires more than just a glance.
C.
Okay, love requires more than just a glance. Okay, number 8. 2 more, you guys. Do you believe in the idea of soulmates? A, yes, and love at first sight is yes, and love at first sight is a sign of finding your soulmate. B, maybe, but soulmates also need time to develop a deep bond. Or C, no, I believe in compatibility built over time.
C.
See? No, I believe in compatibility built over time. Okay, so we are working on number 9. Number 9 is, how important is physical attraction to your concept of love? So once again, how important is physical attraction to your concept of love? A, it's very important and can be the spark of love at first sight. B, it's important but not the only factor in love. Or C, it's less important than an emotional and intellectual connection.
B.
B, it's important but not the only factor in love.
Correct.
All right, and the last question before we find out what your personality type is, I guess, is what we call it.
Okay.
Do you think love at first sight can lead to a long-lasting relationship? So do you think love at first sight can lead to a long-lasting relationship? A, absolutely. It's the beginning of a beautiful love story. B, possibly, but the relationship needs to be nurtured over time. Or C, I'm skeptical, as lasting relationships usually require deeper understandings and shared experiences.
B.
B. So possibly, but the relationship needs to be nurtured over time.
100%.
All right, let's hear your results. You are a skeptical optimist. That's who you are.
Okay.
It says, you are open to the idea of love at first sight, but also understand the importance of getting to know someone over time. You believe in the thrill of instant attraction, yet you also value the depth and intimacy that develops with time.
100%.
Does that sound like you?
100% facts. Yeah.
Okay, so I did this test. They called me a realist. I think because some of those answers, I was going with a straight up no. Because I don't believe in love at first sight whatsoever. I'm not saying that you can't have a connection with the person. I just believe love at first sight is not possible because my understanding of love, there's a lot of, I don't want to go too deep into it, but it actually requires time. 100%. I think time actually plays a factor, so you don't know the person, 100%. In my opinion.
Yes, I would like, you know, if anybody knows any resources or like books or something like that, but love 100% deepens, changes, your definition of that changes over the years. I said I loved you 3 months. 3 months into our relationship. Did I feel like I did? Absolutely. Yeah. Would I take back what I said? Absolutely not.
Yes.
But is my love for you 3 months in the same as it is 21 years into this relationship?
Yes.
Absolutely not. Was my love different 1 year into the relationship versus 3 months in? Yes, it was different.
That's true.
2 years? Yes. 3 years. It's constantly evolving. So when people say love at first sight, I believe that they believe that. And I also know that when it comes to having a long-lasting, healthy, intimate, amazing relationship, right?
Yes.
Of love, that it's more than just meeting that person for that one time.
True.
I do believe there's infatuation, there's physical attraction, there's characteristics you love, but I don't believe you are, that you have the love that you're going to have down the road if you guys stay together.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know.
The hard part, because I hear exactly what you're saying. The hard part must be like, when do you know then, like now, 21 years, when do you say like, okay, you were actually really in love? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I loved you.
Yeah, 3 months.
3 months. Was I in love at 3 months though?
Of course. Yeah. Of course, with me? Of course you were. Of course you were.
Right? Looking back on it, I'm going to say no.
I don't think you were.
I was not in love.
Yeah. Probably not the way you look at love today. I'll say that.
Definitely not at all.
Not the way that, I should say not the way that you love me today. It's different. So,
but I cared very much about you, and I thought you were awesome, and it's almost like I wanted to like I wanted to love you.
For sure, yeah.
If that makes sense. I wanted to love you deeply. I wanted to be with you for a long time. Like, so when I said love, it was like, that's kind of what I meant.
Exactly.
Like, I wanted to share a life with you.
I know what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, well, I think we have a lot of the same views, you know?
Yeah.
I think the only difference for me was, I do have to say, like, yes, I did when I did say I love you, you know, when we first met. I don't know if I really fully, you know, felt that, but I loved hanging out with you.
Totally.
I knew I wanted to be with you forever. I knew that, but there wasn't like that connection fully in my mind. I hadn't made that connection. That came maybe a couple months later after that, where I was just like a really love.
Totally.
Love her,
you know? And I think you were more spot on than I was. Like he was like he's like, I'm in between like this like and love with you, you know? So called it loking. I loke you, which was fun, you know? But I remember being like, oh, I want him to say he loves, you know, I was like the girl, I want to say he loves me, you know? But I appreciate you saying that and feeling that way, and I'm sure I did pressure you into saying I love.
No, I didn't feel pressured.
No?
I didn't feel pressured.
Okay,
not at all. Not at all.
Okay. Well, I didn't want guilty or whatever just because I was saying that you weren't.
No.
But you were right to take time on that word.
Yeah.
I don't think people take enough time. Now, if they don't take enough time, though, that's okay too.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, love. And this is what I have realized. It's actions. It's 1,000% actions and behaviors in your relationship. You can say I love you all day, but you can be hurting somebody physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. So who cares if you say you love somebody? It's what are you doing to prove that, to show that. That's what's most important.
That's very
And
true.
also, I think an aspect of love that I didn't even get into years into our relationship was actually like wanting more for you than I wanted for myself.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when I realized that was like truly in love. I did want more for you than me. Like I wanted to put your needs more than mine.
I never thought about that, but I feel like I had that too. I had that click too. That's interesting. I never thought about that. But that's a good point.
Yeah.
Preach.
Ah!
I'm a therapist, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah.
This is what Jet Pizza does for you guys. It just gives you all these crazy, amazing thoughts. Yeah, no, I'm just joking.
You know, and again, but, everybody has their own definition of love. And like I said, love does grow. So, but you can't say that how you felt day one.
Yeah.
You feel 20 years into the relationship. I just refuse to believe
or even a year into a relationship.
I refuse to believe
it. Yeah.
Yeah. However, I'm not going to tell you, though, that your experience is wrong. Because I do think everybody experiences life differently.
Exactly.
They think differently. They feel differently. And so if they feel like there's love at first sight for them, then there is love at first sight for them. And I really do believe that.
You're absolutely right.
But for me,
that's true. Yeah. You're absolutely right. And I think, what you're trying to say is, what's most important is the long game. That it's not just how you feel in the moment, which is important, of course. The moment's important.
Correct.
But it's long term. You know, that's what you really want to do with the relationship.
And let's go back to the dating. People don't think about that nearly enough.
I know.
Of like the long term. You know, like I said, you get these ick factor over these little things. Yeah. But it really is about like, how is this person going to not just treat you like years from now, but how are you going to feel being in the same room with them, talking to them, having a conversation?
True.
Looks fade over the years.
Yeah.
People change.
Yes, they do.
You know, I should say looks evolve over the years. You know, people change. Yeah. So what is going to connect you to that person if certain things shift? And I think it's so important is how you really treat each other, not what you can do like for each other, but it's how you're treating each other, like in terms of respect, you know, agree with that. And care and love and all that stuff. Yeah, you know,
that's a good point.
And that's different for everybody. You know, it's a different definition for everybody.
It is. It really, really is. But just to sum it up, I do want to go back really quick. You know, I know with the dating and stuff like that. So you guys answer the question. Let us know. You know, do you think kids, you know, which was like Generation Z, I guess, right now.
Yeah, Gen Z.
Is it more challenging for them now to be in a relationship, you know, because of the internet and things like that, versus, you know, our generation or older?
Yeah,
you know?
correct.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll I don't know. We'll have to talk to some Gen Z people to find out. You know?
should, yeah.
But we would love to get your guys' opinion and let you, you know, you guys let us know what you think.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a crazy world out there.
That was a good conversation, babe.
It was.
I liked
think
it.
so too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I love you.
I love you too. I appreciate it. And by the way, I feel exactly the same. Exactly the same.
You're just
I really do.
You're skeptical. Whatever it said, you're critical.
Critical?
Whatever
oh, no,
it said, you're a realist.
I'm a realist.
And what am I? A skeptical optimist.
Yeah, skeptical
That's
optimist.
good. It works.
Which actually is a good thing.
It works.
Because you're skeptical on the positive side.
Exactly.
You're not a skeptical pessimist.
Exactly.
That would be a problem.
Exactly.
That's like a double negative.
Okay, you guys. We love you so much. We hope you enjoyed this topic and this conversation.
Absolutely.
And we will see you tomorrow for another video.
Catch you next time. Peace.
Peace out, trouts.